All right, we're back. We'll welcome him back to the show. Very excited about having him back on ATG Radio tonight. A heavyweight contender, one of the biggest superstars coming out of the UK, one of the biggest superstars in the heavyweight division today. He's looking for redemption in 10 days on the 6th of July as he returns to Liverpool in front of his hometown crowd in a rematch with Tony the Tiger Thompson. Without further ado, the big, horrible heavyweight, man, David Price, joining us back here on ATG Radio. David, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm good, Frank. Thanks for having me.
We gotta get a nickname for you, like Dynamite David, Dastardly David, or we just go with the big, horrible heavyweight.
I called myself a big, horrible heavyweight. My trainer gave me that, Franny Smith, when I first turned pro, because when I went to gym, it was just like, he just said it was big and horrible, like spitting and snotting and blood and all that, just typical scruffy heavyweight. So I've just stuck with that one for now. But I get called Grizzly by some people. My uncle, my dad's brother, who passed away not long ago, he used to call me the Grizzly. So that's another one that we've used. And Dynamite Dave was one that we used in before the Olympics at the Olympic qualifiers when I was knocking everyone out. So take your pick, just call me what you want.
Hey, look, we like it, Dave. You're a star. You're one of the top guys in the business today. Definitely, I'm looking forward to asking you a few questions. As I mentioned, 10 days away, man. It's redemption time. I give you major respect, not for going right into this fight so soon after it was a mishap. And I got to ask you this, David, from what I see from you, you've been one of the most confident fighters going into the fight. In this rematch, are you going to tone down the confidence level, or are you going to tone it up a little bit more?
I think it's important to believe in yourself going into a fight and be confident in your own abilities. But I think one of the problems last time was I probably got a little bit complacent. I thought I'd won the fight before I'd even got in the ring. I didn't think Tony Thompson had prepared properly for the fight. I mean, I'm not sure whether he did or not. He didn't appear to. And I was kind of a little bit dissatisfied about that, to be honest. I want my opponents to come in the best of shape, and I want to get credit for beating these people. But regardless of how I felt going in, anyway, what happened, and the same thing could have happened. I'd have gone in, switched on, whatever else, because that's just heavyweight boxing for you. But I think this time round, I'm naturally going to be going in a little bit wary because of what happened in the first fight. I'm not going to be going in, completely blind to the fact that you could lose the fight. So I'll be going in completely switched on, but I will be going in confident as well, because I do believe in myself, and that's one of the reasons why I've taken the rematch straight away.
I give you a ton of respect for that. And you mentioned earlier, Franny Smith giving you the nickname, your head coach, your head trainer. You brought in Lennox Lewis. We all know that. We see Lennox talking about it on Twitter. How much is he going to step up your game going into the 6th of July?
He's already stepped my game up massively. I mean, I spent 3 weeks in Canada with him, and then when we come home, we were having to send him tapes of the sparring and everything else, and it just pushes you to another level where Franny's obviously is a great trainer for me and everything else. But even before the Tony Thompson fight, me and Franny agreed that we should bring someone else in to look at things from a different perspective, and help us out with a few things and freshen things up. But that was even before the fight, win or lose, that was going to happen. But as it stands, Lennox appeared, and it couldn't have worked out any better really for getting someone knowledgeable and experienced involved, and he's been great. So I think as I say, I'm to send videotapes of sparring, and I'm having to up my game every time I get in the ring and to spar, because I've got to get in and perform, because Lennox is scrutinising every video, and I need to keep him happy as well as Franny now. So it's definitely made me up my game.
It's the pressure's on, David. You got one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, in my opinion, the greatest heavyweight of all time, in Lennox Lewis. And, he's right there in your corner. So you got Liverpool all around there, a sold-out crowd at the Echo Arena. You got Lennox Lewis, you got Franny Smith, your family, your friends, all your fans. That's a lot of pressure. I want to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you a question about this today. It was mentioned that your manager promoter Frank Maloney has signed a pact with Frank Warren, Box Nation. What are your thoughts on this whole pact? Ricky Hatton's involved in this. Barry McGuigan's involved in this. What's your thoughts on all this?
I think it's brilliant. I think Box Nation is massively underrated by a lot of people. It's a fantastic TV channel, especially for boxing fans, but just for sports fans in general. It's £10 a month. I mean, I know a lot of people that are short of money at the moment, but you'd spend £10 a month in the fish. You'd spend that a week in a fish and chip shop in England, and for £10 a month, they're delivering quality fights, every other week or whatever, quality shows from all over the world. They've just got the Mayweather Canelo fight at as well, so they're delivering the goods, and I think getting promotions on board and Barry McGuigan and obviously Frank, we've been there the last 12 months. I think it's only going to strengthen its position on it, and competition's good. I think in any business, and I think that's what boxing needs in the UK rather than just Sky having all the shows with Matchroom. I think competition's healthy for any business.
And I want to mention, obviously your fight will be, televised in the UK on Box Nation. Over here in the United States, our viewers get the opportunity to see your rematch with Tony Thompson on Wealth TV, wealthtv.com. Again, we got another business relationship there, so I just want to let everybody know on the 6th. Tune in. It's $1. The crazy thing is, I think it's like £1.50. But for here, it's $1. $1 a month for a subscription for Well TV. You get to see great fights like Tony Thompson, David Price, getting it on for a second.
It's all in a month.
That's it, 1 month. $10 a year. $10 a year for us over here for Well TV.
Can't argue with that, Frank.
You can't. We got Box Nation beat a little bit over here. No, but big shout out. You're in the UK. Box Nation gives you a lot more domestic fights. Subscribe to Box Nation. Big things coming for them in the future. David, I got to ask you one more thing. Off the topic of your fight, David Haye, your best friend Tyson Fury, what are your thoughts on that fight? If that fight goes down, what's your prediction on that fight?
Do you know what? I haven't really thought much about it. I've seen little bits and bobs saying that the close to agreeing it, and then I've seen the latest one off David saying Fury won't take it. But if the fight was to happen, I don't think Fury's in Haye's league, and I think Fury knows that Haye's the better fighter, but fair play to him, he wants to fight the best, which is why he's taking it. But, heavyweight boxing, and nothing's a foregone conclusion, and, I wouldn't rule anything out in any fight, but by night, I think David should win the fight by KO, but as I said, heavyweight boxing springs up surprises, so you just don't know.
I appreciate your thoughts on that, David. I know at David Price _1 boxer. At David Price _1 on Twitter. You can follow him. Check him out. In 10 days, I can't wait. You and Tony Thompson. This is even bigger than the first fight, in my opinion, because I can't wait to see what you're going to do, David. It's a complete pleasure to speak to you. I hope after the fight we can have a little victory celebration. Invite you back on here. Throw a couple more questions about the fight. I know you spend a lot of time with your family. You're a family man. But if you do have a few minutes, we'd love to get you back on sometime after the fight.
Well, I'm due to be in Vegas 10 days after the fight, Frank, so we could hopefully celebrate over there and have a beer or something after it.
I called you to it. Are you gonna bring this? Are you gonna have a throwaway American phone for the time? Because I'm gonna call you a lot. I'm gonna keep you up to that.
Just call me.
Is Mark with
No, I'll be over with a few of my mates. I'll be over with, but just call me cell phone when I'm there.
All right, when you get out here, we're gonna get together and we'll take some pictures.
Yep.
We'll show all the boxing fans and stuff. David, I appreciate
it.
Frank. Best of luck to you on Saturday night, the 6th of July. God bless you, buddy.
Cheers, mate. Bye, mate. Bye.